Hello friends, and welcome to Wednesday Live. If this is your first time with me, my name is Crystal Idunyate, and today we're going to be working on Project Life. I'm waiting for it to flip over. Oh, here we are. Hello everyone, hi and welcome. And I'm going to turn this down because apparently I have my sound on. There we go. Hi, welcome. I hope that you are all having a fantastic day today. I am going to be working on Project Life with you guys. We're going to work on both my 2021 and my 2022 albums. So 1 week in both of those books. Hello. So how has everybody's week been going? Trying to think if I have anything to tell you all today. Oh, it's been a week since we've been together. So I guess one piece of housekeeping before we get into the layouts for today is that in regards to Story Kit Crush, which is a series that I run here on YouTube and over on Instagram, where we're crushing story kits every single month. This month, we've been working through the Pieces story kit and the Glow story kit. Next month, I am working on the Breathe story kit, so that's going to be the older one that I'm working through. And because the Delight story kit did not ship out when I thought it was going to, so I still don't have it, I'm going to switch gears and go back and finish crushing some of the kits that I had started working on, I believe in like September, October of last year, and just finish up those projects. So I'm going to work through the remainder of my Teach projects and my Care projects. I have 5 or 6 in each of those kits. So just as a heads up for those of you who are here with me today and whoever watches the replay, that the Friday Story Kit Crush themes are going to be different for next month than I had originally anticipated, just because of the shipping delays with the Delight Story Kit. So there is that. All right, let's not talk about weather. Oh no, it is, yeah, here it is gloomy. It is gloomy. I had sun for like a hot second and then it's been gloomy the rest of the time. But yes, how is everybody's week going? Let's see, freezing. Hi Etienne and Christine and Erica. Mag, hello. Ordered Allie's end of the year sale. Got the Move kit. Ooh, that one's coming up. I'm doing that one in March. I think in March or in April. And I'm really excited for it because there are so many different themes for the word move, between like actual physically moving and then like moving homes and then like moving, I don't know. There's so many ideas. I can't wait. Love it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to flip you guys over to my desktop here so you can see both of the layouts we're going to be working through. I've got everything pretty well ready to go. So today's live probably won't last super long since we're not going to be stamping out an entire layout this time. But that is that. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip you. Just as a heads up for those of you who don't like motion, you might just want to look away for a few seconds while I get you moved around. And here we go. Okay. Let's do that. Sorry, it's gonna take me just a second to adjust everything up here. All right, I think we're good. Okay, yay for layouts. Okay, Mag, how are you feeling? And Etienne, how are you guys all feeling now? Finally left today, it's glorious. Maggie went back to work today, yay for return to somewhat normal life, right? Hooray for that. Little rundown, yeah. I'm glad it was mild for you. Yeah, that's so stressful. I still feel like we're a little tilty. Do you guys feel like we're tilty? Like we're not straight? Oh, we are definitely not straight. Okay, hold on. I just looked at my camera and you are so not straight. Okay, let's straighten you out. There, that's better. Okay, that's a lot better. So, here we go. Looking at Allie's albums yesterday, after watching her video for what she's doing for 2022. You need some brand new albums. Yes, I'm hoping we'll get some too, some new albums as well. Like I can't wait to see what colors and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, so let's start with the Project Life. We're gonna go back to 2021 first, and I'm gonna actually grab, so these are the story planners that I've been using this year so far to help me keep track of what the heck I'm doing in here. Let's flip over to the page that I need, and that's good. Okay, so for this one, I am going to go back and use the Teach Story Kit. So these are some products that when I originally went in and planned my stories for the Teach Story Kit, I took out some product and specifically designated it for Project Life. So as I was looking through the photos from this week, I decided that the Teach Story Kit would be a good theme for the week, since this would have been Izzy's first week of first grade. So first time in public school. So I'm gonna leave that over here. Okay, so let me set everything out here. So the kit had this like pattern card. I don't remember if that was just a 3x4. I think it was just a 3x4. I also had saved one of these plastic labels to use for my date stamping. I think I'm gonna stick that right on that top one there. I have a couple that I printed with just some writing on it. I'm trying to remember where, oh wait, duh, I have it written right there. I don't need to remember. That I'm going to use embellishments. Anyway, these I'm gonna use embellishments to make them into cards. Okay, so then I've got that, this one, which I have a plan for. Okay. Oh wait, this is a different one. Shoot, hold on. I just realized I don't have the right page protector. So let me go grab the right one. So this said I'm gonna use three of those 4x6. Put this one back. Okay. So you can go back in. I think you're the one I need. Yes. So as you guys probably know by now, I like to spice things up in terms of my page protectors. So which configurations I'm using and all that kind of stuff, because it just keeps things interesting and makes them fun. Especially when you, like for me, I don't embellish a ton. So it just helps to work in different configurations. Makes it exciting. Okay. Oh, and I also have a funny story. Well, not a funny story, but something that is kind of ironic in my opinion. So in this layout, part of what I'm documenting is taking the kids to the zoo. So we are zoo members here. I'm sure many of you already know this. We're zoo members here at the Detroit Zoo. And we try to go once a month. So this would have been the week that I took the kids for the month of August. And I have this picture here of the kids looking into this enclosure where they've got giant Japanese salamanders. And these Japanese salamanders can grow up to about 4 feet long. So they are enormous. And while we were here looking at the salamanders, they came out from, this one came out from behind his rock, or her rock, that might be one of the girls, and like almost nosed up to the kids and then came and went to sit on this like rock spot. So the irony is when we get to documenting week number 2 for 2022, I have a very similar photo because we went to the zoo over the weekend and the kids love the amphibian house, which is where this is. So we went to the amphibian house this past weekend and one of the giant Japanese salamanders came out and visited with the kids again. So I literally have almost this exact same photo from this week, which is just funny, or last week. Okay, so there we go. There are my photos, there are my things. Okay, so for this one, the question is what else? Am I gonna wanna even use anything else? So first of all, I printed my journaling. I created in Photoshop, which is primarily what I use to make my journaling and my photos and like everything I do digitally on the computer is done in Photoshop. It's just what I'm most comfortable working in. So what I did is I made a canvas, a new canvas, and you can designate how large that canvas is. So for me, I designated mine as 6 inches wide by 4 inches tall, right? A 6 by 4. Then I used a shape tool to make a circle that is sized at 2 inches in diameter. So for that, you would go to the shape tool and then like select the circle, or the ellipse is what it's called in there. And then if you just click anywhere on the screen, like don't click and hold it, just click it and let it go, then it will pop up this little menu that lets you add in your own dimensions. So then I could put in 2 inches in diameter by 2 inches in diameter and get this perfect 2-inch circle. So that is the shape right there. So what I do then is I make it really light colored so that when I go to embellish, I can just take my 2-inch circle and stick it on top of that spot. So then I don't have to worry about measuring or getting it exactly right. All I have to do is just stick it where it goes. It also lets me write my journaling where I can make sure to avoid this circle area so my journaling can go around my embellishment. I know there are fancier ways to do that. You can use the pen tool to create a custom shape and then put your journaling inside of that custom shape. That is a possibility, but for me, I just do it this way. I don't know. I guess it's just ease of having done it a lot of times. You know what I mean? Sorry, I see one that didn't come through. There we go. So Millie, I saw your question about going to the zoo in November. I don't know. I still haven't had a chance to, I guess we'll find out together as I'm documenting the Project Life spreads. I don't know if we made it in December. So our goal, or not December, November. Our goal is to go to the zoo all 12 months of the year. And we've never made it happen. So we were ultra determined last year to do it. But then we moved. So we still, like, we went in, I know I have this August one. I know we went in September. I know we went in October because we did the Zoo Boo in October. And then I know we went in December because we went for the wild lights, or the, Christmas lights display. But I don't remember if we made it in November. And I'm going to be so mad if we didn't, because we made it every other month last year. So we'll find out together. Part of me doesn't want to know because I have a feeling we didn't. And if I look it up, then I'll know for sure that we failed again. But this year will be the year. We'll do it this year. Okay, so for this one, what I decided to do was use up both of these. So this is a fabric embellishment that says, while we teach, we learn. And this one is a chipboard that says, teach me more. And this was one of the ones that came with no adhesive backing on it. I'm just going to use my tweezers to help me get it in the right spot. So this one is like 1.75 inches in diameter, and this one's 2 inches. So the cool thing about that is I can layer these up, and it gives me this black outline, which is kind of cool. So I'm just going to do that on there. That gives me that. And then I need to add some stamping on here. I'm hoping StazOn will work okay on the plastic. I think it will. We'll find out, right? So this is going to be 8, which would have been August 23rd. Wow, I already am on the 23rd. Imagine that. 2021. Well, that just works out great. Okay, so now, because I'm on plastic, I'm going to try to, like, not move. Let's see how this goes. Like, squish it down and not move too much. All right, that's fine. No, you won't go on there. Just do it on there. Okay. To 29. Okay. And then I just need to let this dry. Okay. So it does smudge a little bit, but I'm thinking if I let it dry, it'll be fine. And then it's going to go in a pocket and it'll be fine. Okay. Mag, when did you get an Archer and Olive notebook for $12? I see that. When did you get that? Rachel, you just got home from work. How was your work day today? Yes. All right. Okay, so what else do I, oh, this I'm gonna do, that's right, I was gonna use a bunch of these up. So, I don't know about you guys, but I have a really hard time using puffy stickers. Does anybody else have that issue? Like that you're just, I don't know, I think maybe I'm just not super drawn to puffy stickers, so I tend to not use them. But I want to try to use some of them on here for these. I figure at least titles, that kind of works. I don't know. I just don't use them very much. Like when I go to plan my stories, very rarely do these end up in a planned story. They end up like in my project life supplies. But I was thinking that this one I'm going to put, so then it does work as a title. So I've got lessons learning. Thinking this one I'll put here in the corner. And then I was thinking about putting this open to learning like up in the sky down here to kind of play off that orangey brown. Basically the same color. What else? Maybe the star over here. What else do we got? What I learned today, teach, here to learn. Does this fit anywhere? Nope, nope, nope. Covers too much up. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't really like it covering up all the feet. Here to learn. Everything's down here, you know? No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay. What could I do here? Maybe I'll get some tiny phrase stickers out and see if we've got anything that could go in here. Thinking like maybe, do I have any, I have these green ones or these green ones. These are from the Bloom kit, which kind of works. I like the play on green over here, you know? Or, what does this one have? New me, that kind of works. New me, determined this month. Changes, start now. Maybe I'll use these and we'll just kind of stick them around. And the other thing I could do, those are not the right color. I've got some of these that I could maybe use too. Like there's greens and then there's this like, no, bluish color. No to all of that. Oh, you know, I have stars. That could work. I have like these grayish stars. Are those gray or are those white? I can't tell. That could work. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Let's go for it. So, Vinted? Interesting. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna go new me. I'm gonna stick that over here by like Izzy. You know what, we'll do it up here because it's kind of a new her, right? She's going to school. And then we'll do determined, maybe. This is a sketch of my studio, which is what I'm in right now. But whenever we've moved to a new home, I have always drawn our rooms on grid paper and then measured out our furniture pieces on grid paper to scale with whatever I drew the room as. And then I can cut the furniture pieces out. I don't know if you guys can see this. I cut the furniture pieces out and then move them around the drawn out room to figure out where everything is going to go and fit. So this was my original sketch and pieces of the office that we're in, or the studio that we're in right now, which is really cool and exciting. Yeah. Oh, you know what? This is going to go right here. Changes. Those types of things are fun to have, like, over time. And really, there are some things that I didn't do, but really a lot of this is how my studio ended up being, or at least where we're at right now. Okay, this one. I think I'll put new story next to Jonah. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to do one more. So maybe I can put like this month, like right here. Let's do it. Okay, so we've got that, and then let's just use up 3 of these little white stars. I'm thinking. I think they're white. I could put, you know what? No. We're gonna do these ones, which are kind of like this weird olivey green, but that's perfect. So I'm gonna stick one in the middle. In the middle of the dates. Okay, we'll stick one there. I still need to attach that. And then we'll stick another one down here. And then we can do another one maybe on that. That uses up all of the stars that are those colors, which is good. I think I'll stick it like this. Okay, so that gives me some, although there's like 2 up there now, none over here. I probably should put it on this. Oh well, let's do maybe a white one over here so that it so that it doesn't blend. And then, I don't know, maybe that's good. I could maybe stick one right here on the eye. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. So we've got every expert was once a beginner. Okay, so that is going to be, well, wait, I got to attach this, and then that will be this layout done. See what I mean? Like super quick, because we're just keeping those embellishments light. Because again, the photos and the words are what busies this layup right on out. Okay, so these are probably going to go into a pile of things to donate to a fellow person who likes to scrapbook, because I probably will never use those. And I'm, instead of holding on to them and waiting for the perfect opportunity to use 3 puffy stickers that I don't always love puffy stickers anyway, it just makes way more sense to me to just give it away. So that's what I'm gonna do. And something I always suggest doing if you have product that you don't necessarily love, just get it on out of your craft room. Don't even worry about it anymore. Okay, there's that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over the stories here. So we've got, the biggest thing that happened this week was Izzy's first day of school / first week of school / first experience in public school ever. So I will start there. So for this one, I added the story of her first day to the card where I added this lessons learning up at the top. So this one I said, you know what? No, I'm gonna leave it. I was like, I could add some washi tape behind there to add some color to that card. But honestly, I think I'm just gonna leave it because it gives me like 3 that have plenty of white space. So, okay, lessons learning. What a momentous week this was. After homeschooling last year, Isabella started public school for the first time this week. We were so excited for her and a little nervous and a little sad. For the first time, we wouldn't be with her all day, every day anymore. Izzy and I had gone shopping for all of her school things, laid out her first day of school outfit the night before, and taken the traditional morning photo before driving her to school. Then it was just Jonah and I. And although it felt a little strange, I also know that Izzy is where she needs to be. I can't wait to see how she grows as a person this year. So the photos, all of these photos are from that photo shoot on the first day. So I had her hold up her sign that says first day of first grade. And then it said on here, my wish for the year. And her wish was, I can make a lot of art. And then I had her sign her name. So that's a couple of these. So I have one with her mask on, which is a really good photo representation of the year that this has been, where there's been masks at school and all of that kind of stuff, because hopefully in the future that won't be a thing anymore, because hopefully in the future we'll get a handle on all of this public health stuff. So it will be nice to look back on the years of when this was a thing and then to see how the changes come about, if that makes sense. So we've got that. Then I've got the picture of her with no mask, right? So we've got like a normal one of us. I've got the 2 pictures of our entire family. So I had us all sit down on the porch and do a photo shoot. So one that's just a normal picture and one that we did funny faces. That's just a typical thing. We always do that. And then I've got Jonah, who says it's his first day of being home without Sissy, and his hope for the year, or his wish for the year, was to learn, which is what he told me. And then his name at the bottom, Jojo. Okay, so that's that. Then I've got a card here in the middle that says, teachers in my life right now, never stop learning. For this one, I said, life has a funny way of teaching us some of the things we don't really want to learn, but need to learn anyway. Like, for example, the need to learn how little control we have over the world and how to work through that. Not just to survive through it, but to thrive in the midst of it. 2021 has been teaching me a lot about that this year. Between the stress of all the house moving stuff, the letting go of knowing every little thing that happens in Izzy's life now that she's in school, the great unknown when it comes to the pandemic and masking and what is safe and what isn't. 2021 really wants me to learn how to deal with the loss of control and how to control what I can, my own attitude and my own way of responding. Isn't that the truth? So teachers in my life right now is life itself. Right. The year itself is the greatest of teachers. Okay, so then on this side, I've got a card that I added a bit more journaling to, talking about things being different at home for me and Jonah. So this one I said, now that Jonah and I are on our own most days with Sissy in school, I've been thinking about ways the 2 of us can do more together and form a stronger bond. This week, the weather was warm and the sun was out. So after dropping Isabella off at school, we headed over to the park together. I was there to ooh and ah over all the things he could do. The giant slides he went down, the rock walls he scaled, the bridges he crossed. After a while, though, we both remarked about missing Izzy. Activities like this just aren't the same without her. Jonah is missing his play buddy, and I was missing the laughter of the kids playing together. I think it may take us a while to figure out what life looks like during the school time hours and how we can fill the time with fun and take advantage of our special days together. For now, we are a work in progress, and a progress that may take a turn for the worse when we begin the process of moving. That also has me feeling a bit on edge, the looming move. There's so much that needs to be done, and it feels like not enough time to do it all. Part of me is ready to just get it over with, and part of me doesn't want it to be here yet because that will mean another upheaval of our routines, schedules, and just life in general. I'm excited to see where this next step brings us. Goodness knows, I'm excited for more space. But at the same time, I know how much I'll miss the days of being a walk away from the park, a backyard away from friends. I'm definitely feeling in the and space this week as we get ready for the big move and all the changes to come. If you have never heard of the and space before, that is a term that was pretty much coined by Liz Lamoureux. And the idea behind the and space is that we can feel more than one way at once. So we can feel a great amount of excitement and a great amount of dread or sadness. And I feel like most of our life, we are probably right smack dab in the middle of the and space, for sure. Okay, so then the last one here is This Story Matters. For this one, I said over the weekend, the kids and I went to visit the Detroit Zoo together. Aaron had to work at home, so this was a great way to get the rest of us out of the house and into the sun. The playground was finally open, and that was our first stop. The kids loved playing on the play structure, and I enjoyed sitting and watching them play together. Jonah seriously missed Izzy this week. We made sure to stop into the amphibian house too, and one of the giant Japanese salamanders came to say hi to the kids. They totally loved this interaction. So I have a picture of the park and then a picture of the giant salamander. This is a picture from going to the park with Jonah while Izzy was in school. So for me, when it comes to project life, you guys know by now that I do not embellish a ton on my layouts because I tend to add a lot of words. Like that's a lot of details about our week. But those are the things that I find when I go back and look at these layouts again and remember the details of the story. That's always where my heart is. So when I'm putting together my layouts like this, I keep that in mind that for me personally, the words tend to matter the most and the pictures matter maybe equally the most or just in second place. But there's something about the story and the reminder of the life we have lived that for me is very, very special. So I don't tend to get too worked up over over the embellishing side of project life. Although I do like to add some stuff on because that stuff is fun, right? Like a good old set of chipboard stars is fun. So that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna set this to the side and then stories. Let me get rid of this one. Let me see what I got from you guys on here. All right. Mag, you have an idea for an interview subject. Scrapbooking with your kids, how to involve your kids in your scrapbook layout. Do you mean, so involving the kids in, I'm going to stick this back on the shelf, out of my way. When you say involving kids in your scrapbook layout, do you mean like ways that they can scrapbook with you, or just more to do with their stories? I guess is my question. Going through your stuff to get rid of. Yes, I love doing that. So Etienne, I actually wrote my journaling. I wrote my journaling yesterday. Was it yesterday that I got all this ready? I think so. I think it was yesterday. So no, I didn't write it at the time. I remember vividly what I felt at the time. And a lot of times even looking at photos helps me with that. Like I can put myself back in that mindset. And I try as I'm writing my journaling, like in the future, right? Because now I know what has happened with the move and I know what my studio looks like and all that kind of stuff. But I try not to let that affect what I'm writing in the moment. I try to like take myself back to, okay, what was that like that first week? What was I feeling that first week of her school and the last week of, really being at home. before we moved and all that stuff. So yeah, that's my dirty little secret. I do my journaling not in the past. I wish I did. That's why part of what I do now is I have a daily journal that I fill out now, so that if I do get behind at some point again, I can go back and fill it in with stuff I've actually, what in the heck? Okay, so apparently I must have just grabbed the wrong page protectors for the wrong spreads. Well, that starts to make a lot more sense. So yeah. Okay, so I want this one. That's silly. All right, and then let's put this one back where it goes. Okay. All right, so now that we have the right one again, let's put all this stuff out. Okay, so for 2022, week 2, so this is last week, I am going back in time and I'm using an older kit from Paper Person that I've had just waiting to be used. So this is the Emotions kit from Paper Person, which came with a stamp set that had all these different emotions on it and a little space where you could add in like another word, which I'm going to use some of those. A lot of what I'm choosing on here is actually, what I want to say, it's actually like the neutral side, you know, so patterns more than journaling cards per se. Okay, where do we go? You're there. You're there. Oh, and then what I did for journaling on this is I printed my journaling on vellum, and I'm going to attach that onto the cards themselves. Okay, so let's get these all spaced out. Okay, there we go. So this is what this layout is generally going to look like. So there's a lot of more subtle colors in this one. I usually gravitate towards really bright and bold colors, which is probably why I have not used this collection of supplies yet, because this is not my first instinct. But I felt like the neutral colors and these like pinky colors would be kind of nice, since I've got like the bath time and the kids have that peachy pink color to them. And the spice jar has a lot of those real earthy colors in there. So it just felt, I don't know, like it went a little bit better. And plus I just wanted to use it and get it out of my stash. So that's what we're going to do. For this one, I'm going to add 2 stamped titles to the vellum pages. So I pulled out, and I was thinking about either one of these, but now that it's on here, I feel like it needs to be black and not that. Otherwise, you're not going to see it. So I want to do, I'm only going to use 2 of these. I'm going to use one that says tired and one that says happy. So, and because I'm stamping on vellum, I'm going to do my StazOn ink again. Let me grab a stamp block out. Nope, it's too small. Do this one. Let me see. How do you use stuff in a layout, or how kids can design a card and put it in the album? That's a great idea. For like, yeah, I like that. So yes, Etienne, and it's exactly that. I'm just trying to, like, for the journaling aspect, it's trying to separate yourself from where you are now and just kind of get into the mindset of where you were then, you know, and do your best. Of course, sometimes that stuff still affects the writing. It'd be way better. I feel like it would be way better to have it in the moment, but I don't. So I do the best I can. Okay, so we've got tired, and then we're gonna do happy. Clean this one off. You like this stamp? Yes. Oh, have a great day, Mag. I don't know if I missed you already. Have a great day. Enjoy your dinner. Okay. The nice thing about this particular color scheme is to me, it's very wintry because it's kind of more muted. It's got a little bit of the teal in it, which can draw on the blue tones of snow, which is what outside looks like to me right now. Just kind of gray blue snow. All right. I feel like it's not getting it all. Okay, well, whatever. We're gonna go with it. I don't care. We're done. So then this one's happy. And the funny thing is, Etienne too, I've never used this stamp set because I put it in the packet of supplies for this particular, like, you know, a layout using these products. And so it's been sitting in a pocket for months. Like, when did this kit come out? It came out last year sometime, like last summer. So I've never even used it because it's just been waiting for me. But now that I've used it, it'll go in my normal stash of stamps. Oh, it's funny how that works. Okay, so we're gonna go happy. What do I want to put in between there? Maybe I'll just put this word feeling on both of them, which, whoops, I still need you. But I need a smaller block. Something I say all the time is when you are stamping, I always recommend having a block that's more to scale with the stamp that you're using. So like for these ones, these were big stamps, so it worked better for me to have it on a bigger block. Whereas this little sentiment is tiny. So if I had this one little tiny piece on this huge block, it'd be harder to maneuver. At least it's harder for me to maneuver. So I like to use a nice tiny little block so I have more control. Okay, but I'm gonna get my head all in here. I apologize. So I can get this in the right spot. Okay, so then we'll have feeling happy and feeling tired. Okay, we'll call that good. All right, now I'm done with you, kind of. For now. Okay, so let's see here. So let's put this away. Not upside down. Okay, so then next thing I want to do is add on, actually maybe I'll put these onto the card. I get a lot of questions about printing on vellum. I don't have a special kind of vellum. It's not like a special brand or anything. I just get it from Amazon. I'm pretty sure I link it in most videos. And if I don't, then it's definitely in my Amazon, whatever it's called. Shop front. Is that what it's called? Something like that. Anyway, it's definitely in there. I don't use anything special. What I do is I print it on my photo printer. I print everything pretty much on my photo printer. And I also set it to the side to dry for a little period of time before I put it on like a cutting board or anything like that. Because it's just ink sitting on top of paper, it needs that extra little bit of time to make sure that it has dried in place. I think. So I'm gonna put there and there. And then once it's dry, you can like touch it and stuff. It won't smear. Okay, I wouldn't scratch at it because it will probably scratch off, but you can handle it. All right, so then I've got a bunch of these puffy stickers, and like I said last time, I don't usually like puffy stickers very much, or at least I don't use them. So I'm going to try to use a bunch of these. And then these ones almost are like, I don't know, they're like velvety feeling. They feel really good. So what I want to do is put the leaves on this tired card, because I think that will fill some of it in a bit. And then, sure. Okay. And then I've got some labels. This label I want to put up on my title card, which again, I'm just going to stamp the dates on here. Where is my tweezers? Yeah, find supplies tucked away. Yes, and it is. It's like Christmas, and then you're like, oh, I can't believe I put it away and I never used it. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Okay, so for this, I'm going to use my regular ink. I'm not going to get that stays on back out. So I need 2022. This is January, all the way back, 10 to 16. So 1, 0, January 2022. Let's stamp that up toward, ooh, no. Okay, well, okay, so I just fudged that up real bad. So I'll show you what I do when I make a bad mistake like that. Ugh. All right, so then we'll do that. Okay. When you're using a date roller stamp and you don't get a very good impression, what I like to do is I will take a journaling pen that has kind of a similar color, black, and I'm just going to draw it in. And we're going to pretend like there was never an issue. So doing the best I can to make it look like the stamp, which it doesn't. That's okay. 22. There we go. All right. Then let's put a little something in there. Maybe one of these. Oh, maybe this little like teal heart can go in the middle. I like that. Okay. I do that all the time. Do you guys do that all the time? I do that all the time. Okay, so we got those, we got those, we got those, we got those. Okay, and on this side, I was thinking, one of the things I wanted to do here, I was thinking of layering these up. Okay, let me see. So this one says, okay. This one says, some things take time. Actually, I'm thinking I'm going to do that there. Powering off. No, I was thinking of doing this here. And then these. That there, this one. A much needed bath. Well, maybe I'll keep that there. What is this? Okay. Thinking maybe like that. It looks fairly balanced. Because I talked a lot about zoo stuff, so I don't necessarily need to add any more context to that. I wanted to add more context to this picture and to this picture because I don't really talk about it in my journaling. So let's do that. All right, so we're going to put this much needed half circle here, and I'm going to layer that with the powering off. Yeah. Okay, so it's like a much needed powering off. So we've got those. We'll put the label here. Maybe I'll just put it in the middle of all my jars. I organized my spice jar last week, like ordered some new glass jars that came with the labels and everything. And I spent an entire afternoon moving all of our spices into these new jars that have beautiful like labels on them. And it just made me so happy. That kind of stuff. There are very few things in the world that make me happier than organization. Anybody else like that? Okay, so we'll put that there. Amber, you need to get some good alpha stamps. My favorite alpha stamps that I have right now are from, you know, I usually either like the Paper Person / Kelly Perky, although I think last time I checked, I don't know if she has any in the shop, but I generally like hers. And I also am a big fan of Allie's, and she's got a bunch in her shop right now. That's just personal preference. I used to get a bunch from Feed Your Craft too, but you know, that is not an option anymore. Okay. That all looks good. So then what I want to do is use up the rest of these there's like little hearts and stars that I might as well just add. So like this, maybe I'll put like there. This one can go maybe like there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sticking things on. Do you guys ever feel like that? Like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna plop some stuff down and hope I like it. Okay, that's that. It uses them up. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, so this side, other than here, is done. So let's finish that up real quick. So for this one, we're gonna say, what do I wanna say? I'm going to say that we were okay, we got that. So I said grateful for the sunshine today. The tigers were too, so it seems. This is a picture where Aaron and Jonah are looking into the tiger enclosure where they've got this really big den and it faces the sun. So they're usually in there like sun basking when the sun is out. Okay, we've got bath time equals rambunctious kids and loud laughter. Love the new spice drawer. Love the new spice drawer organization. That's all it needs to say, because then I can know. Yep, redid my spices. Okay, so I think that is going to be that. I think that's going to be what I do with this layout. So it's real simple again, but you know, It is what it is. Okay, so we've got, let me see what you guys are saying for alpha stamps. Right, future craft. Oh yeah. Carrie Bradford is great too. Yes, definitely check out Carrie Bradford. I just got some from her recently for the first time. I had never gotten any stamps from her before, and I got a bunch that are like days of the week and months of the year, and they are beautiful and they stamp beautifully. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll read through the journaling on this one, and then we will call today done. So we'll start over here on this layout. So I've got a couple different pictures. This one with the kids in the bathtub. This one was me laying down with Jonah. I actually posted this picture in my Instagram stories when I was laying with him, trying to get him to take a nap. And I was clearly more tired than him because he never took a nap, and I just wanted to sleep the entire time. This one is the spice drawer reorganization, and this one is just a picture of him sitting in a chair. So journaling card number 1 says, feeling tired. I said, this week, our new habits of waking up earlier and trying, and often failing, at going to bed earlier really caught up with me. Jonah was home with me on Tuesday and Thursday, both days in which I laid down with him so he would take a nap. Of course, he didn't, and I was left feeling super tired afterwards. I found it a bit more of a struggle to get my work done, especially any writing I needed to do. Friday, I was so excited to have the day to myself and to get a bunch of stuff checked off my list. After getting home from dropping the kids off and sitting for a morning chat with my mom, I was exhausted. I tried to get a few stories told, but ultimately ended up taking a nap on the couch as soon as the kids got home. It was just what I needed. I woke up feeling so much better and totally in the mood to sit and write. I need to remember to listen to my body more often and rest when needed. Boy, does that make a big difference. And it sure did. I mean, I sat down at my desk on Friday, and my goal was to write a whole bunch of stories and just get them into layouts. And I could barely even get through one, when normally I can just crank those out. It's usually not a big deal for me to sit and write for a day. And I just couldn't do it. So I took a nap, and then the next day I got back to it. And then I've got feeling happy. One of the things that's been affecting my mood in a hugely positive way is getting up earlier in the morning. I find that when I start my day earlier, it also means I'm starting the day a bit slower. I'm able to enjoy my coffee, actually eat breakfast, and get healthier food ready for the kids to eat. Start up the load of laundry, and then wake up the rest of the family. I love these quiet mornings, which is so true. Today, I woke up late, and it's so much more chaotic when you're waking up and immediately it's get up, kids, get dressed, kids, eat your breakfast. We got to get out the door. Shoes, coats, come on, go, 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 go. It's way more stressful than to wake up and breathe for a few minutes and then approach the day. So what a difference. And then the last card I have here is, it says documented, and it has 10 little spots. So what I did for this one is I wrote about 10 things that we did while we went to the zoo on the weekend. So I said, 1, enjoyed walking hand in hand in the sunshine around the zoo. 2, made plans for house projects and priority lists for 2022. 3, saw one of the tigers taking a nap in his sunny den. 4, visited the fruit bat's house and saw them sleeping upside down. 5, went inside the rhino house and whispered while they played. If you didn't know, rhinos have a heightened sense of hearing. So when you go inside their building, they ask you to talk in quiet voices. 6, smiled while Jonah played with the swimming otter. He went down in front of the glass, and the otter kept coming over to him. It was really cute. 7, saw 3 of the lions sunbathing out in the open. 8, watched all 4 giraffes while they begged for food. And 8, 9, ran around the amphibian house and spotted all the frogs. And 10, interacted with the giant Japanese salamander, Sven. is the guy's name. So remember how he said in the spread for last year, I had the picture of the kids with the giant Japanese salamander. Well, here's the one with Izzy, and then that's Sven as he came out from behind and like nosed up to her again, and then went to go sit on that same exact rock as last time. So when I went to go and print my photos for these 2 weeks, it was just really funny how, and just ironic, that both weeks I had basically the same pictures. I even have one of the two kids looking in at Sven, just like last week. I just didn't have room to print that one, so I printed this one instead. It's just funny. Funny how that works. But that's that. Anyway, all right, guys. So those are my 2 layouts for today. Yay, 2 more done. Before we sign off, do you guys have any questions for me? And I'm going to bring up that other layout real quick. Cried when your kid stopped napping. I love, yes. I don't understand, like, why did we ever stop napping? We should have just napped. We should all be napping our whole lives. There's nothing more satisfying, right, than taking a nap in the middle of the day. All right, let me grab this one. And then we've got the 2. Yeah, look at this. Just funny. I love that. All right, friends. Well, I think that is going to do it for me for today. So next week, I'll be here again, same time, same place, and we'll work on week number 3 and week number 35. So we're cranking along in that 2021 album. And what else? Oh, in case you were not here last week when I used the January Stories by the Month kit for my last week's spread, I did get some questions on whether or not I had received my kit or if I used the digital version, and I used the digital version because I didn't want to wait for the physical product to come in since we don't know when that's going to happen. So mine was digital, just so you know. All right, you guys. Well, that is going to be that. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll see you perhaps maybe on Friday for the Story Kit Crush process video. If not, hopefully I'll see you back here next week. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week, friends. Bye.